Hey everybody, my name is Ben Edison, and I'm here to give you a demo of my HubSpot and AI process for building some fun stuff. I work for a company named Seaworthy Strategy, and I work as the technical solutions architect for them, and I get to spend a lot of my day building within HubSpot or building outside of HubSpot and building a lot of applications, products, and solutions that help make customers' lives better. I want to show you a little bit of my process, and as you've seen, I have opened up on this screen, and this is a demo account, so no worries, there are numbers. We're not going to show any real data, but one of the industries we work in a lot is finance. In finance, we have to be a little bit careful with compliance. There are things you can do within HubSpot portals that really give our customers the advantage. What you have open right now is a screen of a banking calculator. And this is something that we have built and that is deployed. It's actually pulling in the loan amount, and you can put your funding costs and do all this stuff. I wanted to show you what we're going to be building to and what tool sets that I use to get to this point. I've prepared a little website to help with my process. I start everything and finish everything really similarly. This is my overarching process for building. We start with the idea or the problem. So what are we trying to solve? Then we go for the research. This is where I will scope anything I need to as far as any other platforms, what I want to do, where do I get the data from, any other APIs involved, and then I'll plan. So I write the game plan in plan mode. I created an MD file in Claude. I use plan mode in this process extensively. I go in and edit each step of it, and I spend a lot of time inside of this with detail. Then the project shell comes. So we're actually building now. We open a project. I work in Claude Code within VS Code, and I connect to HubSpot and via CLI, MCP, lots of different ways, private apps, public apps. The main thing is connecting the MCP while you're building the framework. Visual first. I have some skill sets that help me with the visual aids. I like to start here. I like to see what I'm going to build. In a side window, I'll actually build out the graphical interface of where I'm headed. Then I start wiring the backend. I start building the logic behind the interface, using the plan, actually building things to work. As soon as I have the visual, now I'm like, okay, how do I get this to work? Once I do that, then I say, okay, do I need data sources? If needed, I'll add a render service, AWS, if you like to, a cron job, Python, anything like that, web service, and then versions. So I like to tag and put everything into GitHub. Once I hit the MVP especially, I'll usually label that like 1.00 or whatever. And then I'll start building and iterating from there. And then ship and iterate. So I deploy it to HubSpot. That's really the best thing to do at that point, deploy to HubSpot. See if it works, see if it's doing what you want it to, see if it's showing up how you like it. There's going to be visual adjustments from your environment to HubSpot, and there's going to be coding adjustments and functionality adjustments. This is where I start working on my actual versioning and all of that within HubSpot. What does that look like? What does my code setup look like? But if I flip over, this is my VS Code. So as simple as this is one of the products, the one I was showing you, the banking calculator. Also on the side, honorable mention is CodeRabbit. So I use Claude and CodeRabbit for coding because you can never be too careful. And then from Claude, I'll come back to my little slideshow here. If I'm building a private application, this is usually my tech stack: VS Code, Claude Skills, VS Code with Claude, Claude Skills, CodeRabbit, GitHub, version and branches, HubSpot, connect via the projects, and HubSpot Space, so run it in HubSpot. My second process is public application. This is what my public app looks like for the most part. VS Code, Claude, Claude Skills, CodeRabbit to GitHub. And then in the middle of all of this, I have my admin portal that I'll usually build, middleware, and data connections. This is where your AWS or render will come along. And then I'll connect this middleware piece to the HubSpot project in the dev account where we have the public application, and then I will launch it to the HubSpot accounts from there. You can see I am back in the banking portal, and I have these all properties pulled up with a little filter. Inside the loan rate engine, this calculates a lot of things to do with the loan and the rate for the officer. They can do this from the amount here. They can change this and add in all types of different variables. So we'll just look at this and say, hey, we want to pull this from the 5-year. And okay, down here we can see what's going on and hit save the deal. And you'll see when we save the deal, we populated a lot of fields here. I have it filtered down, but we populated a lot of fields that have to do with this calculator itself. I'm going to adjust this calculator just a little bit. So if I go back to Claude, I have a prompt to add to a product, and we will let Claude run. This is the part where we can talk about down here. This is probably the most important part of Claude and Claude Code that's not talked about enough. Ask before edits is great, so you can control iteration by iteration. Edit automatically is fine if you want it to do that. I think it's also a good thing. Plan mode, this is how I save a lot of tokens, and I use plan mode to make sure my plan looks right before actually putting it to practice. If I'm going to bed and I wanted to do something overnight, I put it in auto mode. If I'm doing some kind of loop or anything like this, put it in auto mode, and then here's your effort. So you can adjust if this is a simple thing, if this is a hard thing, adjust your effort and your tokens live. You can see once we get to a certain point, it will give me a checklist of how we want to build this. After we have finished building this rate shock calculator, you can see what it said. Hey, what I built, this is what it's done. You know, it's deployed. I have a bunch of different things wired in. So it's telling me everything that's going on, the demo portal that I'm using, and all the information. So if I hop back over to HubSpot, now we can see rate shock. This is here, and I can change this and start showing some percentage, clock into what's going on, and you can see everything is adjusting and giving us information. And I just wanted to show you what it's like to add to an existing product, and I hope overall this was very helpful.